Morning folks, welcome back to another video. On today's video, I get out down at camp today, shoot some other videos, as well as going to start looking around for another camp spot. I've had this camp down here for, I don't know, 4 years or so now, so I'm looking at moving it a little bit deeper into the woods, probably not far from where I'm at because I still want to be on my own property. So I want to get a little farther away, a little bit more secluded. So again, I've scouted around some spots, probably about 100 yards or so away from this camp, which is looks pretty good. So anyway, I'm just out today. I got my shotgun with me, so it is deer season as well as squirrel season, so I chose to bring my shotgun, so if I see a deer I can shoot a deer, or see a squirrel I can shoot a squirrel. So right down behind the camera, or behind me in front of the camera. I hear a deer about 40 yards. It's blowing, so it knows I'm here because I've been talking to the camera. Let's ease down there and see if I can see what I see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get anything on camera. I'll try. Well, there it is. Doe down. Coming right up from this bottom here, off the river. Well, that was pretty exciting. Definitely wasn't expecting that, even though I heard that deer. It was funny because I was just getting ready to turn the camera back on again when I happened to see that deer walk up, so I couldn't get it on camera for you. Sorry about that, but you know, such is life. So that was last week, so I'm back out here again at camp this week. Gonna kind of continue on, and I'll show you some spots that I picked out for my camp, and we'll continue the series. As you see, I do have my shotgun again in case I was blessed with another deer. I do hear some squirrels out today again, but it's a real overcast. We have a cold front that's getting ready to push through tomorrow morning, so it's going to start storming this afternoon. So I'm hoping to be able to get out here and do some things for you today, and start on this camp project, this second camp project for you. So stay with me and I'll show you some areas that I've been checking out. I'll be right back. Alright, so this area down here is down below my camp now, and got a lot of good wood and stuff back down in here, but the problem is with this area is it's a low-lying bottomland area, and the river is right over there. You can't see it obviously, but it's probably a little less than 100 yards over there, straight in front of me, and it, you know, runs this way. So the river floods a lot. When we get a lot of rain, it floods, and all this floods up through here. You can't tell right now, but we're on a kind of an incline, and it kind of slopes a little bit going down into that bottomland. So we're on a hill right here. So the river floods. When it floods, I've seen it flood all the way up to this pine tree right here, and so all that is just, you know, bottomland. It's messy. It's nasty. Definitely can't build anything down through there. Incidentally, that's where that deer came up through last week. When I initially heard one blow, it was that way, and so I went down there, looked around. I figured it was gone, because generally, if you know anything about deer hunting, when they blow, they've done smelled you, heard you, they're gone. But I just, you know, happened to be blessed, and a little while later, again, I come back up and was getting ready to turn on the camera to talk, and that deer was actually over here and was coming up this way, and I shot it up this way about, I don't know, 20 yards from where I'm standing right now, and it came up out of the river, or across the river, back this way, and apparently walked down through here and then up this little game trail over here, which you can't see off camera. And it's pretty thick over there. So luckily I had my shotgun with me, because it is real thick in here, and because if I had my rifle I definitely wouldn't have been able to shot it. My 30-30 probably, but anyway, so this is why I can't build down in here, because this floods and it's awful buggy throughout the season, so just due to the flooding. So let's look at some other areas, and I think I got an area picked out not far from here, and we'll see how that area is. Alright, let's show you a couple areas that I've checked out here. First of all, I like this area here. This big pine tree right here is really big and nice, and then I've got this one here. So I was going to make my raised bed from this tree to this tree, but right there is a widowmaker. Very tall one at that. That's a dead pine. I'm going to end up cutting that down regardless. So I like this area, but these two trees are about 12 feet apart, so that's going to pose a problem, a small problem, of getting wood to make a raised bed right there, but not that big of a deal. What I like about this area is it's very open right here. Can't really tell on the camera, but I had this whole little open spot right here, so if I have some folks out here that want to, tent camp with me, perfect spots for a couple of tents right here, and of course hammocks. You can hang hammocks anywhere. So that was one spot. So then right next to that spot, right over here, I got this spot right here. So I have this pine tree here, and I have this pine tree here. A little bit of a shorter distance, but I don't have that widowmaker for one. I do have this sweet gum tree here that would have to go. So I'm thinking, and then I'd have to clear out all this underbrush and stuff right here, and I still have, I could put like the fire pit probably right here or so. So I still have a good amount of distance, or still have a good amount of space in here, and I'm a little bit more secluded than what I was. Now still, I don't know if you can tell, right here is the ridge, and it goes down, and then it goes back up the hill over there. So down in this area here, that's a dried creek bed, but again, when the river floods, it'll flow water through that creek, dry creek bed down through here, and then back out to the creek, or back out to the river, down through there. I have some game trails that run right up through here, and that deer I shot was on a game trail back over here. So game trails going down in that dry creek bed, and those deer are using that dry creek bed to cross the road back over to the left, cross that road and go back over into the other woods that are real thick. But anyway, so I'm thinking right here. My shelter will be facing west, though. East is directly behind the or in front of me. East is that way, west is behind me. That's the only downfall, which is not that big of a deal to me, really. I still get a decent amount of light in here, so, and that's really about my only options. I've looked around. There's the hardwoods that are in here are too far apart, and there's too sparsely, so I can't really do any hardwoods. But these two pine trees right here are still living, and they're still pretty good, which is nice. So let's get to it. Let me start clearing some stuff out and cutting some stuff down. I will say, you're going to see me cut down live trees. Again, this sweet gum tree here has got to go. This is my own property. Sweet gums are kind of an invasive species, some people say, so they're really not good for nothing. So what I'm going to end up doing when I do cut that tree down, that's probably going to be one of my supports for my raised bed. So we'll see. So you will see some trees being cut down. Some of them will be live, some of them will be dead standing, but again, I can, it's my own property, so I can thin this stuff out and use it how I want. But anyway, so y'all stay with me. Let's get to it. I thought I'd show you progress so far. I've got the rails for the raised bed up. Got a temporary pole in place up top for the tarp. I don't know, I'm going to have to adjust that, so it's just kind of temporary right now. And since I cut down that widowmaker, as you've seen, I've been using some of these, I've been cutting some logs off of it and using that as bracing, because the inner core, at least of this section, is still pretty good, so you know, that'll last a little while. So that's it so far. It's pretty level. Obviously in the back it's higher than the front, just because it starts going downhill right there, but it's level. The bed itself is level so far. So I know you see me out using some modern tools as well, so I've got some screws and stuff I've been using to kind of hold stuff in place and whatnot, which actually helps a lot. And then I'm still using this yellow cordage that you've seen in a lot of the other videos, just this temporary, that's just belling twine, polyester belling twine, so it's just temporary. So yeah, that's it so far. I'll do a little bit more. It's getting, it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I've been out here since about 8:30 this morning. So for those of you that think that this is easy, it's a lot of work, so especially with one person. But I'm going to do a little bit more and then wrap it up. I'll be right back. Well folks, that's going to wrap it up for today in this video down here. Chapter 1, I guess you could say, of building another bushcraft base camp. So it's going to be an ongoing series, so please stay tuned and join me throughout the series as I build another base camp down here in the woods. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for all the new subscribers. And until y'all see you on another video, always remember your PPE, plan, prepare, and exercise, and always make sure you have the necessary skills to survive. Thanks folks. Have a great day.